Hi students, this is Viswanath, chemistry faculty for NEET and IIT exams. Last class we completed some of the numericals. See the next one. In a vessel containing N2, H2 and NH3 at equilibrium, some helium gas is introduced so that total pressure increase while temperature and volume remain constant. According to Le Chatelier's principle, the dissociation of NH3. Okay, say this, here three different gases are present in the same container. In that, helium gas is also introduced. Already we know that helium is a noble gas. That means it does not react with any other gas. Due to introducing of this helium gas, the pressure inside the container is increased. And here conditions are temperature, volume remains constant, means constant. In that condition, the dissociation of NH3 according to Le Chatelier principle remains unaltered. Because here volume remains constant means the partial pressure of each gas does not change. That's why the dissociation of NH3 does not change. So option remains unaltered. Option B is the answer. See the next one. Kp has the value of 10 power minus 6 atmosphere cube and 10 power minus 4 atmosphere cube at 298 Kelvin and 323 Kelvin respectively. For the reaction CuSO4 3H2O gives rise to CuSO4 plus 3H2O delta R H0 for the reaction. That means enthalpy change of the reaction we want. Now for this, say this, suitable formula is Van der Hoff equation. Temperature dependence, temperature dependence of rate constant. This is the formula. Log Kp2 by Kp1 equal to delta R H0 by 2.303 R into T2 minus T1 by T1 T2. Substitute equilibrium constant values at different temperatures and T1 and T2. R value 8.314. From this we can get this one. Delta R H0 equal to 147.41 kilojoule per mole. Okay. So what is the suitable option? Option D. Okay. Next, at a certain temperature, only 50% of Hi is dissociated at equilibrium in the following reaction. 2Hi gives rise to H2 plus I2. The equilibrium constant for this reaction. Simple question. Say this. This is given equation. Initially how many moles? 2. So no product, 0, 0. Here condition is since 50% Hi is dissociated at equilibrium. So from this 50% consumed. So what is the remaining? 1%. That means 1% consumed means how many moles this one? 2 moles forms 1 mole. 1 mole forms half mole. This is half mole. This is half mole. So equilibrium constant Kc equal to concentration of hydrogen into concentration of I2 divided by concentration of Hi whole square. So substitute these number of moles. The volume of the container, let it be V liters. Then after doing calculation we can get Kc expression, Kc value, that is 0.25. What is the option? Option A is the answer. Okay. Next, see the next one. At a certain temperature and 2 atmosphere pressure, equilibrium constant Kp is 25. For the reaction SO2 plus NO2 gives rise to SO3 plus NO. Initially, if we take 2 moles of each of the 4 gases and 2 moles of inert gas, what would be the equilibrium partial pressure of NO2? So, all are gaseous, present in gaseous state, and each one is taken 2 moles, and also 2 moles of inert gas is also taken along these 4 gases. Then equilibrium partial pressure of NO2 we should find out. Okay, this is given equation. So this is given number of moles for all these. From this X moles is consumed. Here X moles is formed. X moles formed means, say this, at equilibrium 2 minus x, here 2 minus x, 2 plus x, 2 plus x. Total number of moles of gases at equilibrium. Remember, along these gases, inert gas is also added. How many moles? 2 moles. So at equilibrium, when we are calculating total number of moles, we should consider inert gas number of moles also. So this 2 minus x plus 2 minus x plus 2 plus x plus 2 plus x plus 2. Here this 2 belongs to number of moles of inert gases. Then this one Kp equal to partial pressure of products divided by partial pressure of reactants. Partial pressure means what is the formula? Mole fraction of that particular gas into total pressure. Here also same thing. Here mole fraction means number of moles of that particular gas at equilibrium divided by total number of moles into P. Total pressure, let it be P. Here also same thing. Number of moles of that particular gas divided by total number of moles. In the same manner for reactants also. Now Kp value is given. How much? 25. By solving this, we can get x value 1.33. So finally, partial pressure of NO2 at equilibrium equal to this one. Mole fraction of that NO2 into total pressure. So x value substitute and the total pressure it is given to atmosphere. After calculation, we can get this one. So partial pressure of NO2 is 0.133 atmosphere. See the options carefully. So this is the answer. This is not answer. Same B option also we got here, but this is not final answer. This is final answer. So option C is the answer. So be careful while you are selecting option. Okay. C is the option for this question. Okay. Next. See the next one. At a pressure cooker reduces cooking time for food because. Simple question. I think already you know this. See the reason. The higher pressure inside the cooker crushes the food material. Cooking involves chemical changes helped by a rise in temperature. Heat is more evenly distributed in the cooking space. Boiling point of water involved in cooking is increased. Say this. Generally, a particular substance when it boils, when it reaches its boiling point, then it will boil. Here also boiling inside the pressure cooker in less time cooking takes place means inside the pressure cooker boiling point of water is increased. The water which is involved in the cooking process, its boiling point is increased so that more temperature, more heat energy is absorbed by that substance. That's why in less time the food is cooked inside the pressure cooker. So option D is the answer. Next, ammonium carbamate dissociates as NH2 COONH4. This is ammonium carbamate formula, gives rise to 2NH3 plus CO2. In a closed vessel containing ammonium carbamate in equilibrium, ammonia is added such that the partial pressure of NH3 now equals to the original total pressure. Understand carefully. Now in a closed container, this reaction mixture is there. To this ammonia gas is added. Then partial pressure of ammonia is equal to the original total pressure. Calculate the ratio of partial pressure of CO2 now to original partial pressure of CO2. Okay. So this is given condition. Since it is a solid, we do not consider change in number of moles in this at equilibrium. So at equilibrium, partial pressure equal to, this is 2P, this one is P. So total pressure at equilibrium equal to 3P. Okay. Since these two are gases, we will consider change in partial pressure of these substances only, not in case of solid. Okay. Next. Here Kp equal to partial pressure of ammonia whole power 2 into partial pressure of carbon dioxide 2P whole square into P, that equal to 4P cube. If NH3 is added and the pressure of NH3 after addition at equilibrium is 3P, because in the question they gave the condition NH3 is added, then the partial pressure of NH3 is equal to original total pressure. Original total pressure how much? 3P. So partial pressure of NH3 P prime NH3 equal to 3P. Now Kp equal to P prime NH3, that means partial pressure after addition of NH3 into partial pressure of CO2. So for this Kp means this value, substitute this one. For this 3p, substitute this, we have to calculate. So from this we can get this one. Now ratio of partial pressure of carbon dioxide after addition of NH3 to the partial pressure of carbon dioxide before addition of NH3. So before addition P. So after addition of NH3, partial pressure of CO2, this one. So finally we can get this one. So ratio is 4/9. Next, for a reaction 2A plus B gives rise to C plus D, Kc equal to 10 power 12. If the initial moles of A, B, C, D are 2, 1, 7, 3 moles respectively in a 1 liter vessel, what is the equilibrium concentration of A? Okay, so this is the given condition. It is somewhat a different question. Listen carefully. 2A plus B gives rise to C plus D. Equilibrium constant 10 power 12. Initially they gave number of moles 2, 1, 7, 3. Let X moles of B is consumed. So here 1 minus X, here 2 moles means 2X moles is consumed. So here X moles formed, here X moles formed. So at equilibrium number of moles, this we can write 2 into 1 minus X, 1 minus X, 7 plus X, 3 plus X. So write the equilibrium constant expression. Kc equal to concentrations of the products divided by concentrations of the reactants. 10 power 12 it is given in the question. Substitute that value, this one. Now we know the conditions. Kc based upon the equilibrium constant value, we can predict the extent of the reaction. This is applications of the equilibrium constants. So student once revise that applications of equilibrium constant. 3 applications are there. In that, one is extent of the reaction also we can predict based upon equilibrium constant value. See the conditions again. Kc less than 10 power minus 3, reaction hardly proceed. Very small extent reaction takes place. Kc greater than 10 power 3, reaction almost complete. Here Kc value is between 10 power minus 3 to 10 power 3. Appreciable concentrations of both reactants and products are present. But here in the given condition, Kc equal to how much? Kc equal to 10 power 12. Thus the reaction is almost completed. That means B is almost used up, because it is given only 1 mole. That's why that amount will be completely consumed. So we can consider 1 minus X equal to Y. Then 2 into 1 minus X equal to 2Y. And in product side, consider X is almost nearly equal to 1. Then concentrations of the products, concentration of C becomes 8, D becomes 4, and concentrations of the reactants A becomes 2Y and B becomes Y. Substitute these values in Kc expression, then Y equal to, see this, Y equal to 2 into 10 power minus 4. So concentration of A equal to 2Y, that equal to 4 into 10 power minus 4. So what is the option? Option A is the answer. I hope you understood this question. Next, densities of diamond and graphite are 3.5 and 2.3 gram per ml. So carbon, diamond, graphite both are allotropic forms of carbon. Only one element is present. Here this is the reaction, and delta RH equal to minus 1.9 into kilojoule per mole. For this conversion, this much amount of heat energy is released. Favorable condition for formation of graphite or for forward reaction. That means for the formation of graphite, favorable conditions we should select. Given reaction is exothermic since delta H is negative. This is negative value means we can say this is exothermic. That's why low temperature is favorable. If pressure increases, density also increases. This point also we learned in states of matter. Pressure increases, then density increases. That means reaction proceeds in backward direction, because between these two, diamond having more density than graphite. That's why if pressure increases, reaction takes place in the backward direction. So for forward reaction, low pressure is suitable. That means for formation of graphite, favorable conditions are low pressure and low temperature. Okay, we will meet in the next class.